Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a hamster health video and this is going to be on wet tail. So, signs of wet tail are severe diarrhea, dehydration, wet soiled smelly rear end. Your hamster may have very soft or wet poo. Your hamster may be sitting in a hunched over position. They show signs of lethargic behaviour, and basically wet tail is very contagious and it can be very fatal if it's not dealt with within the first 48 hours of your hamster getting wet tail. So if it is not dealt with properly, then there is a chance the hamster could pass away because of wet tail. It is really nasty, and yeah, you need to consult a vet straight away as soon as you notice it before it's too late. So, the causes of wet tail are mainly stress related, which result in a bacterial attack on the hamster's gastric intestinal tract. This is due to the lowered immune system within the hamster. So, stress can be caused from new environments such as a change of bedding or unfamiliar surroundings. Wet tail is mainly common in younger hamsters because they have to go through the stress of leaving their mother, being transported to pet shops, and then being transported to a new home within the space of just a few weeks, and that is really stressful for them because once they're taken away from their parents, they're usually kept for about a week in a cage with their brothers and sisters before they're transported to a pet shop most of the time. So they've barely had chance to get used to their new surroundings before they're being transported off again to another house or, another place and stuff. So it is really stressful time for them. So what you should do when you find your hamster has wet tail, you should separate them from any other hamsters nearby. So if you have two hamsters in the same cage, then you need to remove the affected hamster, disinfect the cage and put them in separate cages. Now, if you cannot get to a vet straight away, then I do recommend you try and call the emergency vet. There is an emergency vet in every local area, and they can usually give you some advice on what to do, or they might tell you to go in with your hamster. So basically you need to consult a vet straight away, where they will then give you hamster safe antibiotics such as Baytril, which will then help to cure the wet tail, and hopefully then your hamster should be perfectly fine. So yeah, that is pretty much just a quick video on wet tail. So if you're feeding your hamsters antibiotics, they usually say to put the antibiotics in the water. Now that makes the water taste foul and your hamsters won't drink it, so I recommend that you put it in their mouth rather than in their water. So when you give your hamster their antibiotics, always supplement it with plain unflavoured yogurt to balance out the hamster's digestive system. You should remove fruits and vegetables and other wet foods from the hamster's daily diet during the period of when they're having their antibiotics. You should only feed your hamsters dry mix whilst they're having their antibiotics. Try to reduce the stress on your hamster by not handling them as much and giving them some space and time to adjust to their new surroundings. You should disinfect the cage properly with pet safe disinfectant. Generally household disinfectant is really quite strong for hamsters. So you should thoroughly clean it and then sit it out in the sun for it to dry. Change the bedding more often if you need to. So say if it gets really quite messy from wet tail, you should change the bedding, but try not to stress your hamster out too much. To do a little bit at a time rather than doing a full cage clean. yeah, that is pretty much all the information which I can give you on wet tail. I've had experience with wet tail, and that is what I did, and in all honesty, it worked really, really well, and that is all of the tips which I can offer. So thanks for watching. Bye.